Jack Miller was born in a small town in Ohio, a place where dreams often faded into the background of routine life. His parents worked tirelessly. His father was a factory worker, and his mother waited tables at a local diner. They barely made ends meet, but they always instilled one thing in Jack: no matter how hard life gets, you never give up. Growing up, Jack wasn't the smartest kid in school. He struggled with grades, often feeling like he wasn't good enough. His classmates talked about college, scholarships, and bright futures, while Jack was just trying to make it through each day. By the time he graduated high school, college wasn't even an option. There was no money, and his grades weren't impressive enough to secure a scholarship. With limited choices, Jack took a job at a local gas station. The pay was minimal, and the work was mundane, but he didn't complain. He watched customers come and go, some driving luxury cars, others just like him, struggling to make it. One day, a man in a sleek black Mercedes pulled up to the station. Jack, wiping his hands on his worn-out jeans, walked over to assist him. "You like cars?" the man asked, noticing Jack's admiration for his vehicle. "Yeah," Jack responded. "Always wanted to do something big, but, well, life happens." The man chuckled and handed Jack his business card. Life happens, sure, but the real question is, are you going to let it happen to you, or are you going to make it happen for you? That night, Jack stared at the card. It belonged to a businessman named Richard Caldwell, CEO of a growing startup in the tech industry. Something about that conversation stuck with Jack. He realized he had spent too long accepting his circumstances instead of fighting for something better. Determined to change, Jack started reading business books after his shifts. He taught himself about entrepreneurship, marketing, and sales. He had no formal education, no guidance, just an old laptop and an internet connection. Every night, he watched YouTube videos, listened to motivational podcasts, and took online courses whenever he could afford them. But learning wasn't enough. He needed to take action. With no experience, he struggled to land his first job in sales. Rejections piled up. No one wanted to hire a gas station worker with no degree. But Jack refused to let failure define him. He found small freelance gigs online, offering to sell products on commission-based deals. The money was inconsistent, but he learned valuable skills: persuasion, communication, and resilience. One evening, exhausted from another long shift, Jack sat in his tiny apartment, staring at a notebook filled with ideas. He had a vision: to start his own marketing agency. It sounded crazy. He had no connections, no funding, just a burning desire to succeed. He remembered Richard Caldwell, the businessman who had given him the card. On a whim, Jack emailed him, reminding him of their brief conversation at the gas station. To his surprise, Richard replied. They met for coffee, and Jack pitched his idea: an affordable digital marketing service for small businesses. Richard didn't offer him money, but he did offer something better: mentorship. Under Richard's guidance, Jack refined his skills and learned the nuances of running a business. His first client was a local restaurant struggling with online visibility. Jack poured his heart into the project, creating social media campaigns, running ads, and designing a new website, all for free. The restaurant's business improved significantly, and word spread. Soon, more businesses started approaching Jack, and within a year, he had a handful of paying clients. But success didn't come without setbacks. There were months when he barely made rent, times when clients backed out, and moments when self-doubt crept in. However, every failure taught him something new. He adapted, improved, and kept pushing forward. By year 3, Jack's agency had grown into a full-fledged digital marketing firm with multiple employees. He had gone from a gas station attendant to a business owner making 6 figures. He bought his parents a house, something they had never imagined possible. One evening, as Jack sat in his office reflecting on his journey, he received an email from a young man working at a gas station. The email read, "I feel stuck. I don't know where to start, but I want more from life. Any advice?" Jack smiled. He had been in the same position once. He replied with the same words that had changed his life. "Are you going to let life happen to you, or are you going to make it happen for you?" Jack's story wasn't just about success. It was about resilience, about pushing forward when the odds are against you. He proved that where you start doesn't define where you finish. In a country built on dreams, Jack showed that the American dream was still alive, for those willing to chase it.